Is it Friday again? I guess it's Friday. I have to tell you what I'm reading. So, I'm taping this. It's actually Thursday night. I'm taping this to go up on Friday. I'm doing Friday reads. I'm going to share with you the books that I'm currently reading. I am in the middle of a lot of books right now. First, I will start off with my audiobook. I am listening to Behind Closed Doors. I've been listening to it all day today, all day yesterday. I am hooked with this book. It is a psychological thriller. I am really enjoying it. Yeah, hope to continue it and hopefully finish it either tonight or tomorrow. Yeah, I'm hoping to finish it. So, yeah, I'm really enjoying it. It's between a 4 and a 5 star right now. So, depending on how the ending goes, yeah, it's really, really good. It's about a guy who takes his wife, he traps his wife, and she can't go out of the house. He follows her around. She can't do anything. He takes her passport away. It's really yeah, it has me on my edge of my seat, just to say. Okay, so the book that I am reading on my Kindle, I only like to read one book on my Kindle because I hate reading on my Kindle, and I always tell you that. The book that I'm reading on my Kindle is still Intensity by Dean Koontz. I just don't like picking up my Kindle. I don't know what it is. I just don't like it. I don't know. And so I'm trying to read Dean Koontz, this one, Intensity. And as I said before, I think I read it before. I read it way back in the when it was published, 1980s, 1990s maybe. It seems very familiar to me. I remember reading Dean Koontz. I just don't remember what book, and I think it was this one. So, yeah, so I'm going to continue reading this one. Yeah, so that's this one. It's also about a murderer, so it's very intense and, yeah, very intense. So I'm reading this one. Okay, so on to the book that I'm reading with Elizabeth. I am continuing to read A Man Called Ave. I am really enjoying it. However, it does have some sad points in it and some happy points. I am reading this one. I have access to the audiobook on Hoopla. And I was going to switch to audiobook, but I really like how I'm just physically reading it. So I am halfway. Let's see where my audio. I am on page 160, so I'm like halfway through the book. I'm really enjoying it. It's about an old man who his wife has passed away, and he wants to end his life. Yeah. And it goes back and forth. It's a little confusing because there's it goes to past and present, but I'm really enjoying the story so far. Yeah, so I'm going to continue. I like his writing style, and I'm going to continue reading this with Elizabeth. So, yep, so that's that one. Okay, on to happy things. Not really happy, but on to not thinking about anything, and this is pleasant reading. I would say. I am reading the Mystery Man. I read a few more pages in this one at the pool. It's by Kristen Ashley, and this is pretty interesting. It is very erotic, though. There is sex scenes in here. But this woman, she dates this guy for a year, and she never got his name, so she was kind of using him for a booty call. And now he seems to be, his identity is coming out. Now she has his name, and he seems to be something. I don't want to spoil it, because it's kind of I didn't want to spoil it, because when I was reading, I was like, wow, he's that, so yeah, I went into this blindly. Someone on Books Amino told me to read it, said I should read it for a summer read, so yeah, so I picked this one up. I did have it on my bookshelf, and I was like, okay, I'll start it. So I got pretty far. I'm on page 96, and the first time I sat down with the book, I got to page 70, like right away. Like I didn't even want to put it down. And then I sat at the pool and read a little bit more, so I'm up to 96. I'm enjoying it, so I'm going to continue reading this one. Okay, so I have a book that I was reading with Donna. I didn't DNF it. It is at a point where I might DNF it. I don't know if I'm going to pick it up again. I'm reading Love Walked In. I liked 50% of what I read. It's like there's two point of views, and one is about a little girl, and the other point of view is about the adult, and I'm liking the little girl's point of view more than the adult, so I'm thinking that maybe I should start skipping the pages. I'm at to the point where they meet up together, so now it's like hopefully she does say it does pick up, but it was like just very slow for me, and I just got stuck. So let's see, I am on chapter 13, 124. So Donna, should I continue it or should I DNF it totally? Yeah, so I'm going to continue. I think I'm going to continue it, but like now and then. I'm hoping it just like picks up somewhere and it's not so boring. So yeah, so that's that one. Okay, so I have two new books that I'm reading. I got a book in the mail yesterday, which I started to read, and I also picked up a book from the library today that I started to read. So, the book that I got in the mail, so this is a haul. The book I got in the mail is a short story book I got Because You Love to Hate Me, and this is told, there's 13 short stories in here, told by 13 different authors and 13 booktubers who told them gave them a writing prompt, I'm sorry. So, yeah, so far I read Jessie the Reader portion and Victoria Schwab. I read that yesterday, and this morning I read Benjamin's part and a new author to me, which was Cindy Pun. So yeah, so far this book, I liked both stories. I gave them 4 stars each, and I am uploading as I do my page count on Goodreads. I'm uploading how I liked the story and how I didn't, which ones I'm not reading it in order, so I'm picking out who I want to read first. So I don't know who I'm going to read next, but my goal is to read, just like I did the winter book, to read one chapter and to read one of the authors and one of the YouTubers each day. So we'll see if I can do that. So we'll see. I'm hoping that I like this more than the winter book, because there was a winter book that I read. I don't remember the name of it, but I only liked half of the book. So far it's a 4. So yeah, so I'm liking this so far. We'll see. Okay, so the other book that I picked up from the library today was Almost Sisters. By Jocelyn Jackson. I was called for this. This is one of the summer reads. I don't know if anybody follows Darcy, but Darcy picked this as one of the summer reads, so I finally got called to pick it up, and I was waiting. I picked it up, then I went to pick up Victoria, and I had to wait for her. She's doing guitar lessons, and I read in the first chapter. I'm reading the first chapter. It seems to be that it's about a woman who is in her 30s. She is a comic writer, so she's an author of comic books, like mangas and graphic novels, and she apparently gets pregnant by some guy she meets at Comic-Con or something, or rather she met somebody at some kind of book thing. So pretty interesting. I'm just at the beginning where she finds out that she's pregnant, and yeah, so I don't know where the two sisters comes to play. That I don't know yet, because I only read the first chapter. I'm in the middle of the first chapter, actually. I'm only on page I just started it, so let's see. I am on page, if I can get the page. I'm only on page 9, but that's what I read so far. So yeah, and I started using these bookmarks. So because I've been this is really strange. Okay. I pick up a book, and if the chapters are really, really long, sometimes I stop in the middle of the chapter and I put my book down. So when I come back to the book, and I usually use a regular bookmark, so I stuck the bookmark. So I wind up reading the page over and over again, because say I stopped right here on this page, but I had my bookmark in here, and then I don't know, remember where I left off. So I'll start reading this whole page again, and then get to here. So my daughter, who's in 7th grade, said, "Mom, use these flag things." So yeah, so now I have flag things in my book instead of a bookmark. So this tells me that I finished on this paragraph here, and that's where I finished, and that's where I could start off. So I'm not reading the book over again. So yeah, she had some great ideas. So I also have that in here. You could see that I stopped in the middle of the page, and yeah, so now I have little book tab things sticking out of my page. So I never had that before, because this one I have a bookmark on the top, so I'll be reading the whole page again. So yeah, I know. I'm learning from a 12-year-old. But anyway, thank you for watching. These are all the books that I am currently reading. I probably will not be doing a Friday Reads next week, because I will be away. So I am going to Cleveland, Ohio, for a triplet convention. My kids went 3 years ago. And if I remember, I could put a picture. I'll put a picture of what they looked like 3 years ago when we went to the triplet convention. We went to Maryland, and my mom went with me last time. And I think my kids were 9 going on 10 when we went. So now they're going on 13. So they're going to have a lot more fun, because they could do more of the teen things that they do at the convention. So anyway, thank you for watching. And hopefully when I come back from vacation, I'll put more videos up. So thank you for watching. Bye. Have a great summer. Bye.